Hello everyone, welcome to my review of the Warhammer 40,000 Dark Angels Inner Circle Companions. These are 3 bodyguard type units for the Dark Angels chapter. They're almost similar to Blade Guard in a way, but they're very specialized towards these Dark Angels, and I think these models are absolutely awesome, very thematic. I love the robes. Here's a look at the back of the box. We have 6 different poses: sword up, slashing the sword, and kind of running with it to the side. Or we also have the kind of sword over the shoulder, running with it up, and the banner, of course. So, before we take a look at the actual sprues, let's move over to the transfer sheet. So I'll bring this in here. This is the normal 10th edition Dark Angels transfer sheet. This is what's going to come in all your Dark Angels units, like the Deathwing Knights and these Inner Circle Companions. It is not the kind of upgrade transfer sheet. It is not the same as the one you get in the upgrade frame box, but you can see we have a few shoulder markings for normal and Deathwing. We have the squad markings, some numbers if that glare, and then some successor chapters and different vehicle markings with the companies here. There's also some Raven Wing and a little bit of random tilt shield kind of heralds you right there. So let's bring in the sprues right here. We have 3 sprues. It's going to be 1 for each of the 3, and that's pretty much how it's organized to a T. The only thing I could find that wasn't perfectly organized to which sprue it belonged to was a few of the heads. But just jumping in right here, this is going to be our first sprue. So this is going to be our guy that has the banner. So it's going to be this guy, or if you prefer, it can be, I believe, this guy. I prefer the sword slashing. I think the banner's just a bit too big, and I don't personally like it too much, but I can definitely see how anybody would like it. So let's take a look at it right here real quick. So we can see the banner is split up into 3 pieces: the back, the front, and the handle, of course. Let's take a look at the other side. Here's that kind of angel we see. Let's remove the little plastic dust. Here's the angel you can see. Here's the front of the banner with that beautiful Dark Angels text right there. For these, I think most of the backpacks are the same. This is the only one with different. It has these little kind of pointy studs on the edge near the exhaust. There's this cool sheathed sword. I really like that piece, but I won't be using it, so I will definitely save that for a different Marine. We also have here the, bolt pistol right here with this nice skull marking on the side. And here we can see the kind of arm robes that these guys have, as you can see on the box right there. And then, so let's look at the body. Here's the front. We got that sword logo instead of the skull. That's for the Dark Angels, and these folds are going to be great for painting those big flat folds. I prefer that over the wavy cloth. All of these guys have unique holsters for their bolt pistols too. As you can see here, this one has a sword. So, yep, you got that guy. And you also have the option of having the smoke coming out of the Iron Halo or not. I think I prefer no smoke. I think the smoke definitely gives the model a good silhouette, but almost makes the Iron Halo unrecognizable. Without the smoke, you get a good kind of focal top point of the model. But other than just those main parts, you can see there's tons of beautiful detail, like these keys hanging off the belt, the angel symbol on the side of the arm. You have the writing in the swords, and even just these skulls on the pouches and these unique kind of tilt shields all over the place. Let's take a look at the shoulder pads real quick. All of them have one Dark Angel's shoulder pad and one blank shoulder pad. This one has a nameplate on it if you wanted to give this guy a name or a kind of one-word descriptor, I guess, like how they have it Ultra on the Ultramarines. I don't know what you would put that as on the Dark Angels. Over here on the box, we have it saying Leonis or Angelus, which I guess makes sense for them, considering the lion is their Primarch. But that's this first sprue. Let's move on to the second one. For the second one, this is going to be the almost sergeant of the box, I guess, which is going to be either this guy in the middle here holding the sword up, or this guy in the middle here holding the sword over the shoulder. I think I prefer the sword over the shoulder. It's definitely a more commanding pose, especially holding that lantern out to the front, which, speaking of, we can see that right here. Beautiful, beautiful sculpt. This is one of the only 10th edition sculpts I have. I think the only other one I have are the Jump Intercessors, the Jump Captain, and the Company Heroes. But so far, I've loved all these. I think this is definitely my favorite, though. So we can see these nice flowing robes right here. Very beautiful. And on the front, too. Here's the body again. We can see that. We've got, again, the sword. It's the same on all three of them, but this guy's got this, I guess this is one of these reliquaries where they keep bones of past chapter mates, and he's got this cool belt buckle, I guess. Again, you have the choice of smoke or no smoke on the Iron Halo. You do on all of them. And this guy has different symbols on his arms. We've got these swords for the holding the sword straight up, or if you're holding the sword over the shoulder, you get these skulls. Again, for the shoulder pads, we have this one with the kind of scroll. This one looks more beaten up. And for the other one, we have this with a nice purity seal on it. I don't know about you guys, but I love the purity seals. I love painting them. Here's this guy's holster. Right here, piece number 8. I love that one with the half symbol of the Dark Angels. We got a hip plate with some more purity seals, hip plate with some pouches. Here's the sword with some skulls in it. Also got a purity seal wrapped around. And here's the sword that will be holding straight up. This one almost reminds me of the lion sword, the way that the hilt is set up. The same one that the lion used in the Heresy era, or you can see it on Cypher's back, the way that that kind of crossguard is set up. Again, here's another tilt shield with a purity seal on it. The legs I didn't mention before, but they are kind of weird and hollowed out because you don't really see them too much. Here's the other tilt shield. So that's that sprue. We'll take a look at the heads at the end, but for now, let's move on to the final sprue. This one is going to be for this guy right here, the running guy. I think that, honestly, this is the most uninspired pose of the box. These two command a lot more presence. This guy's really planted, and this one is just so beautiful. This one's a little odd, and also the poses are not very different. One with the sword out kind of to the side, and one with it just more up. That's the only difference. But nonetheless, let's take a look. So here we have this studded bolt pistol holster, which I actually really do like. And then for these swords, this is the one that's going to be pointed more up. You can see that little wing heraldry right there on the middle and all that text on the sword. And this other one is going to be the one that's held more to the side. You can see that kind of scroll icon again that's seen a lot on that, I guess, almost, I don't even know what you call this, forearm guard. Here again is the Iron Halo with the smoke versus the no smoke over here. Here's the other arm heraldry. Is this kind of, I guess, similar to the blade guard symbol. We got two tilt shields, very similar this time. And let's take a look at the body. It's the front, again, that sword symbol. This guy's got actually a few feathers and another reliquary with a keyhole. I really do enjoy the feathers. It's been a while since we've seen feathers on Dark Angels, but I'm actually really glad they're making a comeback. I really enjoy them. This guy's shoulder pads, we have almost this kind of veteran symbol right here. And for the other one, if I can find it, oh, right there, we have that Dark Angels symbol. So, now that we're done looking at the main things, I will give you a flip through of the instruction manual, then we'll look at the heads. Here's the front. Here's the back and the profiles of the weapons. Here's the first page. Here's the second page. The third page. The fourth page. Here's the fifth page. The sixth page. Oops. Seventh page. Eighth page. Ninth page. And finally, the 10th page. So this is a 10-page instruction manual detailing all the things you need to make the 6 different poses of the box and showing the final options. So now let's go back and we'll take a look at these heads and then we'll be done. So here's the sprue for the running guy. This has 4 heads on it. First of which we can see here is a very typical inner circle look. This almost reminds me of Core Swain, if you guys know who that is. Here's a kind of Mark 7 helmet right here, the very classic Firstborn look. It's got a skull on the forehead there. If we move over here, we can see this looks like a normal Primaris helm, but actually it's a Knight style helm with just those kind of studs. You can tell by the kind of nose being pointed up more. And here we have a kind of grimacing face with the teeth gritted. This sprue has the final 2 heads, this one with 1 bionic eye, very similar to the one in the upgrade sprue, and the other head, where is it? Over here. This is a very unique looking Knight helmet. I've never seen this design before. It's almost something that you would have maybe on Black Templar. This could be good for Templar players. I know that many people have actually converted this kit to a Templar unit of kind of blade guard proxies, I guess, which is definitely a good idea. These could be very good for Dark Angels or Black Templars, seeing as both chapters do definitely use a lot of their parts and kits interchangeably. But yeah, that's going to do it for my review of these Dark Angels Inner Circle companions. My final thoughts on the kit is I have yet to build it, but I do think they are absolutely beautiful. The sculpts are crisp, they're clean, they have great details, not many extra parts, but those extra heads and especially arms and swords can go to use since you do get 6 swords and 6 heads. So apart from that, I think that's it. See you guys next time.